great morning, great afternoon, or great evening, whichever you may be tuning into the video, man. I'm excited again to come and talk to y'all. And this week we're talking about throwing your life into the hands of others. So last week as I was driving, this car waited until I got right in front of them, and they literally threw their car out in front of mine. And so I just began to think about how we as people throw our lives or put our lives into the hands of others without thinking about the results or without thinking about what's actually happening. Like in that moment when that person threw their car out in front of mine, they didn't know if I had brakes, they didn't know if my brakes worked, they didn't know how I was thinking, they don't know if I was paying attention to them, but they just threw their life into my hands and they didn't even care about what happened, the repercussions of what happened, the results of what happened. They just threw it out there knowing that or thinking that everything was going to be okay. And there are other areas in our life where we do that. When we're making decisions, we're putting our lives into the hands of others. When we're working for somebody else, we're putting our lives into the hands of somebody else. And what I mean by that is because if you work for somebody else, you can get one phone call, they can call you, and that change your whole entire life. So you really have to think about when you putting your life into the hands of others, is that the place where you want your life to be? And if that's not the place where you want your life to be, you got to start thinking about what happens, what's some of the worst things that can happen when you're in those different situations. So if I throw my car out in front of this other person, what if they don't have brakes? What's going to happen? So you got to start thinking more about the repercussions and thinking more about the results in the future of what could possibly happen when you put your life into the hands of others. For example, if you're working in corporate and you climbing that corporate ladder, you climbing a ladder on a building that you might not even want to be in. So just think about if that's the place that you want to be. Do you want to put your career, do you want to put your whole life in somebody else's hands, or do you want to put it in your hands? Because when it's in your hands, you have complete control. And the first way that you're going to be able to take that complete control is to take accountability and responsibility for your life and not putting it in the hands of others. So take accountability. Start making decisions for yourself. Stop consulting other people every single time you're making a decision. Now, it is wise to seek counsel, but every decision you make, you don't have to seek counsel on it. Some decisions you have to make by yourself so you can put your life back into your hands. And those are just a few different things, man. But look, go on my YouTube, Daryl Chambers Jr., and I'm going to expand a little bit more on this video. We're going to get a little bit more in depth. But that's it for this week, man. I'm going to holler at y'all next week, man. Remember that greatness starts right here in the heart. And we all got it. Like, watch, and share the video because it might be somebody that needs to hear this message.